Hi, hello, welcome back to Dead Good Book Reviews. I'm Judith, welcome if you're new here. This is reading vlog number 6. I'm going to take you through my week, everything that I read this week. It is the 1st of February today. How satisfying is this February? A perfect rectangle. I'm very excited about it. I think it will make planning reading nice and easy. I have a couple of updates from the weekend, but I'm not going to dwell on them. I did finish Rage and I did finish The Deep, but by the time you're watching this, my wrap-up for January will already be out, so I will have already talked about those, and I don't want to just end up repeating myself for the people who do watch all of my videos. So if you want to hear my thoughts on Cora Kamak's Rage or River Solomon's The Deep, they will all be in that video. Ding ding! What was I going to say next? It is my birthday week this week, so I have tomorrow off. I have Tuesday off. It's my birthday. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm going to vlog anything in particular. To be honest, my main plan is to catch up on filming. So, woohoo! A thrilling birthday! But I do have some reading I want to do this week. I have put my Kindle on top of the stack to remind me to talk about the 2 or 3 Kindle books I want to get to. So, those are Desolation Called Peace. We're starting that today. Very, very excited. I would like to get a few pages of that read at lunchtime, but I kind of don't know how far we're going today, so I need to not read it all in one go. I am holding myself back. So that's one thing I want to start. My kind of like stretch goal for the week, if I can, is I'd like to read Archive of the Forgotten, because that is out on the 9th, and if I read it in time, then I might be able to squeeze a video out for it, and Library of the Forgotten, Library of the Unwritten. So yeah, that's my stretch goal. I'm not gonna try too hard, but I would like to have that video up anyway. Then I have one book that is an actual Kindle book that I purchased, which doesn't happen very often, and that is Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. And I would also like to read the sequel, Bloody Rose. These are both for Overbooked, so that's why they're in order. So I'd like to read those, and then This Is How You Lose the Time War, because apparently I can't get through a week without having a novella on my TBR for some reason. So yeah, those are what I am starting this week with, and we shall see how far we get with them. Currently, most of my non-work energy is focused on subtitling the video for my birthday that's going out tomorrow, because it's so long that auto-captioning just won't kick in for it in time. So I am having to listen to myself at like 0.5 times speed, which is hellish. I sound so drunk, and I talk fast, so if I talked slow, I don't know how that would go. Literally typing every word I say, and the video is over 40 minutes long, so just RIP me. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, that will all be behind me, and I won't have to think about it anymore. But yeah, that's currently where my brain is at. I also have sewing project, but I'm hoping I can wear it tomorrow, so that would be nice. I'll save the reveal for tomorrow's vlog clip. Right, cool. I'm gonna head on back to work and get on with my day. Thank you so much for being here. I shall see you in the next clip. Hello, happy Tuesday. It is my birthday today, and thus I'm wearing a dress what I made myself ready for my birthday, which was my intention. It does have a pocket. It doesn't have 2 pockets because I got tired. But it does have pocket. It fits my phone in. That was all I wanted, and it's very nice. And if I wasn't such a horrible day outside, I would take some footage and show you, but it's foul weather because it's my birthday and it always is. What should I do first? Let's do my reading update first. I am 2 chapters into Desolation Called Peace. I need to read the 3rd one to catch up with Angela, I think. But I'm loving it so far. There's some really interesting world building stuff. I don't know how much I want to talk about it here because I do want to do a review for it. Let me ponder. If you liked the 1st one, I think you will like the 2nd one. And what I'm finding really nice is that having someone who you can send your thoughts to every chapter is really helpful for retaining information, because you have to immediately process the information rather than just reading a whole book and then trying to remember things. So yay, well done. Who knew? Buddy reading. There you go. I am also, I think 22% or something into Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. So I'm kind of counting it as I read like 30% of a book yesterday, and not as I haven't read anything yet this week, because I have. Kings of the Wild is super good fun, but I did have quite a big gap between reading Kings of the Wild and Bloody Rose, so I expect there will be more things that come to light of, oh yeah, that happens in the sequel. So that's where that is at. So that's reading. Do you guys want to see what, you have no way of responding, but do you want to see what I got for my birthday? I got a lot of sewing bits and bobs from friends and family, because I put a lot of sewing bits and bobs on my wish list, including like new fabric scissors because mine are blunt as heck. I got a magnetic pin dish so that I can basically go around the floor of this room and stop impaling my feet on pins. Katie got me one giant slipper that you like wear and you can plug it into your computer and it heats up and keeps your feet warm, which will be excellent for when I'm editing. And also a mug warmer. Basically, Katie got me cozy things because she's very lovely. But yeah, one of those things that you can put like a mug on or a candle, which will be nice because I don't really like burning candles because I can never light the wicks properly. So that will be good. And also Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I've already played 1 hour of this morning and I'm very much enjoying it. I have had to stop because Katie has meetings in the room where the PlayStation is. Very generous people, very kind, very lovely. And I have some books also. I think I probably have other books maybe coming in the post. Stephanie from Ms. Richards Reads sent me Song of Achilles, which I'm super excited for. I've wanted to read this for ages, and I really love, it's like modern, Bloomsbury Modern Classics series. I love these covers, and I saw it and I was like, pop that on the wish list, kind of want to read that. So thank you very much, Stephanie. I'm excited. And then this is A Lonely World Where the People Are Blue by Ray S. Morphin, which Katie and I were pronouncing as Ray Smorfin this morning. Because we are how we are. This was a recent addition to my wishlist because Asher said it was good, and so I popped it on my wishlist as kind of a reminder for myself to buy it, but a nice relative has picked it up for me, and that same relative got me a copy of The Seep, which I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it or not. I think this is like kind of horror-y. I can't really remember. It's a strange new elegy of love and loss. It explores grief, alienation, and the ache of moving on. So I think this one is weird, and that's about all I know about it, but I'm going to read it and enjoy it at some point in the near future. So yeah, I'm going to add these to my TBR. That's one other job for today, is to update all of my spreadsheets. And yeah, I have the day off today, but obviously Katie does not have the day off. I've mentioned she's in meetings, and also what does one do on one's birthday during a pandemic? So I have a phone call with Asher in like 45 minutes, and I think what I'm going to try and do is get some filming done today because I can, and the light is happening, and why not, really? So it's sort of a working birthday, but I'm just going to count it as like an extra weekend day, and that will be fine. Cool. I don't know if I'm going to vlog again today, but happy birthday to me. Thank you so much. Life is good. Hi, hello, happy Wednesday. Thank you for all the love yesterday, if you sent it. Thank you if you sent bookish presents. Thank you so much. I got some more in the post in the evening, and I would show them to you now, but I get a bit weird about like gifts on BookTuber, even in vlogs, because it feels a bit like you're being like performative friendship. I don't know, but people sent me gifts and they were very, very generous. Thank you so much. I had a really lovely day. I have eaten so much coffee cake. It's been great. Flowers, just niceness. It was really nice, and yeah, turning 26. It was great. I've put my cards up. Isn't it good? This is my favourite one. My granny hand paints me a card every year, and I have hung on to almost all of them. That's my initials. It's very cute. Still haven't finished a book though. I am at the start of chapter 6 of Desolation Called Peace. Angela and I are reading through that and really enjoying it. Like, she knows this, but Angela, if you're watching, I'm having the best time reading this with you. It's such a good time. It's really good though. Just like get yourself a copy, pre-order it. It's so worth reading. I think like 50%, almost 50% through Kings of the Wild, so I'm going to try and finish that this evening because I want to go straight into Bloody Rose. Work is work, and I haven't really been dedicating my evenings to reading lately, so that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm also trying to decide if there's going to be enough sunlight to very quickly film another overbooked video today, and I think there will be if I don't wibble too long on this vlog segment. So I just wanted to come on to say thank you very much for yesterday. I had a lovely day, and in the future when an overbooked video goes out that has birthday cards in the background, you'll know that it was this day. Alright, see you tomorrow. Hello, it's Thursday. Every time I leave my book over there. Today I'm going to go and get it because that's the kind of energy I'm dealing with today. I will walk 3 paces for you, you're welcome. Hello, I am 152 pages through Bloody Rose because I finished, let's not disturb the birthday card stack, I finished Kings of the Wild yesterday. Oh yeah. I very much enjoyed it. I think that the first half of the book is much stronger. Or maybe not stronger, it's funnier. And I genuinely do think it's a funny book, which I appreciate. It's not like, what was it, Space Opera, where it's a book that really thinks it's funny. This book genuinely does feel funny, and I think it's because it... I think it's because it balances the funny moments and the less amusing stuff, the more emotional stuff, and like genuinely this book does make me cry because it manages those highs and lows really well. I think that I like Bloody Rose much more because it's from the perspective of a female character, and so you're not there going like, I mean, do we need to talk about this character's tits, old men? Do we need that? There's like that layer of creepiness to it where I can read it and be like, haha, this is funny, these old men. But if you think about it too hard, you're a bit like, oh no. Whereas perspective of a young woman in the second book, it's much nicer. So that's where I'm at with that. In terms of Desolation Called Peace, still really loving it. On chapter 6, they are really long chapters. It sounds like I've made zero progress, but they are really long chapters. And so far my verdict is yes to all of this. I have absolutely no idea where this book is going. Like, if you asked me to predict the plot of this book right now, I could not tell you. I couldn't tell you how this book's going to end. I couldn't even tell you where we're going to be in the next 10% of the book. So that's pretty good. I enjoy a book that surprises me, and yet it is quite tropey as a book. Like, the stuff that happens, you're like, yeah, that's a thing I've encountered before. It's not throwing things at you out of nowhere. It's just that I have no idea where this setup is going to put us, and I'm looking forward to it. So again, I might try and do a couple more chapters of that today, depending on how the rest of the afternoon goes, because it has got to a point where I can just about film in the evening, and that basically, if I can like knock out an overbooked video in an evening, I can clear my backlog. I'm really hoping. So yeah, there's that as well, and there's an edit pile building up, and it's the usual standard thing of it's all well and good to read a lot of books, but if you also commit to reviewing all of them, when are you going to find those hours in the day, Judith? When are you going to do it? Because at the moment, the light is not your friend. And on that note, I should answer whoever's trying to message me. Hello, happy Friday, penultimate day of the vlog. I'll be honest, I've mainly come on to show you that my order that I ordered, this isn't sponsored, they haven't sent me anything for free, but my order from Misfit Makes arrived. They do the most amazing earrings. Sorry, just kicking my camera out of excitement. I have the like little teeth earrings as well from them, and they were having a sale, and I ordered some mushrooms for myself as a birthday present. I love them. You cannot tell me that I'm not the cutest little mushroom being that there is today. Was I wearing this shirt inside out until about 5 minutes ago? Yes, I was. I have some reading updates for you. I finished Bloody Rose. I was about to say I'm on page, but I finished it. Very much enjoyed it. I think it's still a tiny bit, I guess maybe like affected by my own reading of it, potentially. And I don't want people to take this the wrong way, but it's still a little bit where you're like, you can really tell a man wrote these female characters. And like, the majority of it is fine and it avoids a lot of pitfalls, but then just some things happen and you're like, I mean, this feels like it's playing into a trope, and this feels like it's playing into like a stereotype we don't necessarily need to. There's like a layer of these are not real people to the characters that, in fairness, there is a lot to a lot of the male characters as well. I think I just notice it more when I'm like, you're a male author writing these female characters, I guess. I think that the ending for one of the characters is not the ending I want for that character, and that also affects it because that's just a matter of personal preference in some cases. But yeah, overall I think it's a really good book. I think that on reflection, having read them both back to back, literally back to back, I think that Kings of the Wild is much funnier and it leans much more into that idea of a band, and like there's a lot more references to that kind of music culture, whereas Bloody Rose is more of a story about adventuring and monster hunting. It's still got some elements there. There's like a Remember That Hats reference and things, you know, when you notice them, but it's less obviously funny. And I think it kind of depends what you're reading the book for in that moment. What I will say is, albeit I may be a tiny bit hormonal, you know, these things happen, but this book did make me cry as well. So both of them managed that kind of, I guess that I've shown you the funniest thing and then I'm going to completely tank it and take it out from under you and we're going to be really sad now. The book definitely feels that way, and I think that it affected me a lot more having read it back to back. I'm not going to spoil what it is for you, but yeah. Overall, I definitely thought they were good. If I recommended them to people, I can see the things that people would be like, why did you recommend this to me? This is annoying that it does this, you know? But I think they're very good fun if you're not thinking too critically about them, I guess is where I'm at. And I think I'm reading Desolation Called Peace very intensely, and it's making me notice things in other books. What can you do? I am 17 or so pages into my reread of This Is How You Lose the Time War. not much to say on that at this stage because I've only read 17 pages, but I know I'm going to like it, so that's fun. And Desolation Called Peace, which I should remember to talk about, is I'm on the end of chapter 8. I think we're just about to hit halfway through. Maybe. It's going very well so far. Still really enjoying it. Still couldn't tell you where it's going. They're doing language deciphering stuff at the moment, which is one of my favourite things to find in any kind of fiction, so I'm very much enjoying that. And I will keep you posted on that one. But that is going to spin into... I think it's probably going to spin into next week, in so much as I will, even if I finished it over the weekend, I would talk about it in next week's vlog. Other than that and fabulous earrings, it's still mostly all work, work, work. I have to refilm a couple of bits for Overbooked because I was mistaken about a book belonging to a series that it doesn't belong to. So Overbooked Season 2 is currently a bit the bane of my existence. Like, I'm reading the books for 3 right now, but I am so behind on the filming for Season 2 that I just need to crack on and like suck it up and just film, you know? So that's what I'm trying to persuade myself to do at the moment. So if you see a video of me with slightly damp hair and these earrings in, you'll know that today I sucked it up and I filmed. It's a really good reading week so far. I think I get so hung up on the idea of finishing a book as the number, but being like a good portion of the way through a really long book like Desolation Called Peace feels good. Cool. Right, on with work day. I put some makeup on, then I ate some toast, and now I have regret. Hello, happy Saturday, happy final day of the vlog. Yeah, I put lipstick on. I don't know why. It's one of those Saturdays, I just wanted to. Reading update. I'll do Desolation Called Peace very quickly because I haven't made much progress on it. I've read, I think, 1 more chapter, but that is my book to catch Angela on in the weekend. I have a couple more chapters I want to read. I'm finding it very good so far. I did just finish This Is How You Lose the Time War. It's really good. I enjoyed it a lot more the second time around. Not that I didn't enjoy it the first time, but yeah, I thought that the story made a lot more sense to me. I still think it's a book where you kind of have to throw world building out the window in terms of understanding it. It's so there, it's absolutely there. But I think you could read it 100 times and have like a pretty good understanding of what's going on, but you'd still have a different understanding to a different person who'd read it 100 times. I think there's different stuff you can pick up on. But yeah, it's a lovely little novella. I would definitely recommend it, and I now have to write and film the Overbooked video for it, so there we go. Thoughts on that will come in, I want to say August. I think that's when Series 3 is scheduled to go up. I did also do, how long would it have been? Half an hour? What's half an hour times 3.5? Hour and 45 minutes of Fool's Assassin, which is the first book in the Fitz and the Fool series? No. The Robin Hobb series that I've started. I'll put the cover up. There we go. Just because I needed something to do while I was doing something else with my hands. And I am very much enjoying it so far. It's very exciting. A lot has happened, which I feel is unusual. I feel like not much happens in a lot of them. I have no idea what would happen if you tried to read this without reading the other books. The kind of thing that past me would have done. I'm enjoying it well enough so far. I still find Fitz like slightly annoying as a main character, but I'm giving him a chance because honestly, if I don't, then I'm just not going to enjoy these books, and that feels counterproductive. So yeah, I haven't started Archive of the Forgotten. I'm going to. That will happen. I'm not going to finish it this weekend, mostly just because I love myself too much to do that. And this weekend is going to be a bit of an editing marathon. So that's my plans. And that's everything that happened this week. I had a reasonably okay reading week. I feel like I got very stuck in a lot of different things, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But it was also, you know, my birthday and niceness. Yeah, that was this week. Wow. Oh, hard to remember when things happen. I'm very adrift in time at the moment. I have had a lovely week. It hasn't been the most productive in terms of reading, but I have had a really, really nice week. Thank you to everyone who sent nice gifts in the post. I really, really appreciate it. You absolutely do not have to do that, but thank you so much. I will treasure them. I'm so excited to read them all. And I have a lot of reading to do, so I should probably stop vlogging and get to editing and then get to reading. That's the plan. Can I get through this TBR this year? I think I can. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how your week has been. What have you been reading? What have you been up to? I would love to know. Also, while you're down there, if you haven't already, follow me on my social media. Subscribe. It makes me feel loved and appreciated. I'm very close to 700 subscribers. Very exciting. That's all from me, and I will see you in the next one. It's gonna be some bloopers now. I'm currently, most of my non-work energy is focused on